Thank you for giving the opportunity of presentation of our new product of SumiLarv, a new formulation of SumiLarv. So before going to the 2MR new formulation, so I would like to review of the characteristic of pyriproxyfen again. And pyriproxyfen is an insect growth regulator invented by our company and developed by our company. And so most important characteristic is the inhibition of the life cycle at the pupal stage only. So larva is growing normally, but at the pupal stage, the SumiLarv pyriproxyfen strong inhibits the adult emergence. This point. And also the low mammalian toxicity and recommended by WHO for the use in drinking water. So this is a picture of the typical pupa affected by pyriproxyfen. This is a normal pupa, and this is affected pupa by pyriproxyfen. It's a anomaly shape and giving the incomplete adult emergence. So this pupa dead. And mammalian toxicity of pyriproxyfen is acute toxicity is very low. So sorry. And chronic toxicity also the very low level. And also carcinogenicity and tetragenicity, teratogenicity and mutagenicity also all no problem. And this is a comparative basic efficacy against three major groups of mosquitoes. So pyriproxyfen shows a very, very strong emergence inhibition efficacy against all of the three major mosquito groups. So this strong efficacy enables pyriproxyfen to use the auto dissemination using. So this is a comparative basic efficacy against resistance Aedes strains. We have several pyrethroid resistance Aedes strains in our laboratory and evaluate the efficacy against these strains, both pyriproxyfen and permethrin. So there is no cross resistance between pyriproxyfen and permethrin. So we have a very strong pyrethroid resistant strain, but the IE50 of pyriproxyfen is also the normal range. It's no cross resistance between pyrethroid resistance and pyriproxyfen. And this is our new control release formulation of SumiLarv 2MR. And this is a matrix of release formulation containing 2% pyriproxyfen. So pyriproxyfen is released from the resin matrix or disk, so maintaining a biological efficacy concentration for at least 6 months. So one dengue season, so the cover, one single formulation. And now, so this 2MR is under evaluation by FUPES. So this is how to use this formulation. Very simple. So only throw on the water surface, and this disk is sinking down in the bottom. So that's all. very simple use. So first, we carried out the semi-field evaluation of this formulation at the our related laboratory, so African Technical Research Laboratory of Vector Health International. So this company is a joint venture of Sumitomo Chemical and Aedes, which is a manufacturer, African manufacturer of Orisetnet. So test insect is the fourth insect larvae of Aedes aegypti. The container is this, so plastic container, so containing the 40 liter of water, tap water. So water replacement is half water replacement every week, and also the all water replacement every week. So this is a procedure of this method. So 100 milliliter of treated water was sampled every 2 weeks just after water replacement, and the water was tested in the laboratory for efficacy against susceptible strain of Aedes aegypti, fourth instar larva. The number of emerging adults were counted every day until all larvae in the untreated control had emerged. The percent inhibition of adult emergence was calculated following the WHO guideline. Bioefficacy was monitored for 36 weeks. This slide shows the results. So all conditions, SumiLarv 2MR showed excellent efficacy. So the condition is 0.5 disc per 40 liter, half water replacement, and 1 disc per 40 liter, half and full water replacement. And initially, so we adopt the water collecting method is a standard testing method for this formulation. So water collecting and taken back to the laboratory and release mosquito. But after that, several research findings. So that water collecting method is not so suitable for this formulation. So next, we carried out the direct release method. Is a more practical method. So the test location is our laboratory in Japan, and test insect is Aedes aegypti. And container is same as plastic cups. The water replacement is 60% of water was replaced at every week. This is a procedure of this method. So the difference from the water collection method. So this method is simply direct release to the treated container and collect the pupa. So from the treated container. So this is a main point of the difference between the water collection method and direct release method. We think this method is more practical. So the results show the excellent results. So the SumiLarv 2MR showed all conditions. So the minimum dosage is 0.1 piece 50 liter. So this means 1 piece per 500 liter shows almost 6 months efficacy. So perfect, almost perfect. So last observation is nearly 90%, but very low dosage works in this method. So this is one reason, evidence of that why the direct release method is suitable for evaluation of this formulation. So we analyze the concentration of SumiLarv in water. So compared with two methods, so upper is direct release method and water collection method. So after water collection and taken back to the laboratory, the SumiLarv concentration is quickly decreasing. So almost 2 days, almost zero. So this is a water collection method. Probably the biodegradable by microorganisms. So and direct release method is pyriproxyfen is always supply from the matrix, release matrix, and the dosage is very stable. So this is one reason of the why the direct release method is suitable for this formulation. So because the SumiLarv is juvenile form mimics the most susceptible stage is very, very limited. So the late fourth instar is the most susceptible for SumiLarv. So if the stage is not matching, so the result is fluctuated, sometimes not worked. And last is efficacy in the field. So the test field is a rural village in dengue epidemic area of Lao PDR. And so 99 households with population of 560 in treated village, so isolated village. And treatment is a SumiLarv 2-MR was placed into the majority of the household water jars. This is a water jar is in Lao village. And the target dosage of 1 disc per 40 liters. So discs were replaced every 6 months. And observation was made at 18 months after starting of trial. And mosquito larvae and pupa were collected by the dipper netting and pipette from the possible breeding site, such as water storage jars, drums, buckets, used tire, and so on. And collected mosquitoes were brought to the laboratory and identified the morphologically under a microscope. The positive rate for Aedes aegypti in each container were compared between treated and untreated village. The result is left 2 bar shows the control village, and right 2 bar is treated village. So the result is very clear. This suggests that the population density of Aedes aegypti was suppressed in the treated village. So the population is decreasing. It's isolated to village. So 1.5 years after the treatment. And this is conclusion. SumiLarv 2-MR showed the excellent long-lasting efficacy under simulated field conditions, especially in the direct larva release method at 0.1 disc per 50 liters. That means 1 disc per 500 liters for at least 25 weeks. So mass treatment of SumiLarv 2-MR showed a reduction of the population of Aedes aegypti in the field. So results show that SumiLarv 2-MR can reduce the number of treatments required per year, resulting in significant reduction in the operation cost. So these results are promising for the future of long-term control of Aedes aegypti and disease that this insect transmits. So now, the product is under evaluation by food pesticide evaluation scheme. That's all. Thank you for your attention.